Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. Today I have tried to let the Martin bot play the Bachelor #1 Valentine's bot. We all know a Bachelor is not actually Martin, although he is. But I mean, everybody knows that he plays at a similar strength to Martin. And I've let these two play each other and it's absolute pandemonium. I mean, yeah, okay, let's just start the game. It's E3, D6, Queen F3 and G6. We obviously start from the viewpoint of Martin, who is going for the Scholar's Mate with Bishop C4, and I think Bachelor #1 was like, I am not going to let that happen, and he played this brilliant Bishop E6 move, which is a blunder, of course. However, Martin doesn't take advantage of it and plays Bishop B5. Which allows knight d7, and there is knight c3. I mean, already at this point, I mean, they are 5 moves in, and they already made like 3 blunders, both of them. So that's pretty great. And we see bishop g7, king e2, the belayed bomb cloud. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So bishop xc3, bxc3, and then there is bishop c4, which just hangs a complete bishop. You can just simply take it, and so does Martin. And there is e6, bishop b3, a5, d4, knight f6, queen f4, knight h5, queen h6, knight f6 with the other knight, queen g5. And then there's king f8, and there's queen g6, of course, playing your queen back again. Why not? I mean, yeah, sure, free will. Knight g7, and then there is queen x g6. I mean, yeah, that's just from +3 to -5, which is a brilliant move, if I say so. And yeah, here we just simply take it with the h-pawn, and now there is knight f3, g5, knight h4, which just hangs the knight at 2 different ways. Yeah, it's not getting any better from this point on, so there you go. Knight h7, and we obviously bring our hanging knight back, and now there is b5, knight e5, which is another hanging knight. Once again, it's not being taken, of course. And once again, we simply ignore it. We just play g3. b4, not being taken. Now there is bishop h3. I don't think these guys realize how pawns can take pieces. I mean, maybe they think pawns take straight forward, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, okay, so we lose the bishop, but we save the knight. Very important. Save the knight. Always save the knight. And now we play king d3, going for the famous king walk. I mean, yeah, obviously we should go for a king walk. Queen f6, g4, knight f4 check. And we don't take the knight, of course. We just simply go for our king walk, which we were planning to do the entire game, of course. Knight d5, and now rook h to a1, c6, rook rook a to b1. Knight b6 check from black, and now we go back to d3 with our king. There's rook h7, and now there's king e2, king e8, king f1, and queen x f3. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we all believe black is going to win this game, right? I mean, there's just no way that white is going to make a comeback. But I mean, yeah, let's just... I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just see what happens. Of course... you go rook c1 in this position. I mean, who wouldn't? And now you sacrifice your bishop for no reason, which is being taken by black. I mean, we have 2 rooks left. White has 2 rooks left. I mean, Martin has to up his game, because this is not good. This is not good at all. So we see king g1, rook c8, and now we see h3, which is being taken by the black queen. f4. And now we see rook a8, rook e2. So we see rook to b8. Now we see rook d2. And obviously if you play rook to b8, you go back with your rook all the way to g8, which makes perfect sense. And here we go. I mean, you take the open file as white, which is very important. Now you go rook g7 as black, rook h2 as white, queen to g3, and now you simply go on a king walk again and lose your rook for no reason. I mean, that's what all sane humans would do. And another very sane thing to do is to just sacrifice your queen. I mean, yeah, well, just give it up. I mean, not even taking the rook, not even like taking the pawn or something. Nope, just literally just give it away. Just hand it over. I mean, yeah, just I never seen anybody play a move like this. Maybe he thought it was checkmate, but I mean, yeah. So there you go. Okay, and now yeah, king d8, rook back to h1, of course. Very solid chess. Rook a to c7. Rook b3, knight f8, rook b8 check, rook e7, rook h3, rook g6. I mean, they've made so many blunders at this point. And here, I mean, right at the point when you thought, okay, maybe I can take a knight if you're white, and maybe I can have some chances at least to draw the game, you play rook h7 and just hang your rook in one move. And yeah, I mean, Bachelor number 1 is on a roll. I mean, he just takes it. He takes those pieces. And now, I mean, okay, so look at this. Now you play rook f8, another hanging piece which can be taken by 2 other black pieces. So obviously black just takes with rook f8, king f8 of course. Now we play d5, knight f6, fx g5, knight e4 check. We go back to g1, rook b7. We play dx c6 and we play rook b2 as black. There's c4, rook b1 check, king g2. And then we go and hand over another piece for no reason. Bachelor number 1 is like, I can do it without a rook, without 2 rooks, I can do it with 1 rook. The king takes, king e7, c3, d5, we trade off a set of pawns. And here, almost promoting, but just barely in time to stop it. And Bachelor number 1 is still completely winning, minus 7.3 at this point. King h1. King d8, king h2, rook h6, which is just another free rook. And at this point, look at this pawn. Look at this pawn. He has only 2 steps to go. There is only one way for black to stop this. Or actually, there are 2. There are 2 ways for black to stop this. Going to f6 or g5 with your knight. However, black just simply takes a pawn, which is the most sane thing you can do in that position. And there is h7 and queen. H8 would make it while making a queen. There's knight e8. At this point, white is completely winning. There's a knight hanging. He can simply take the knight, and he's up a queen versus a knight. However, he plays king h1 again. There's there's king e7, and now he goes and gives some random checks. I mean, yeah, and now he goes here. Everybody at this point, I mean, look at this knight. Yeah, you gotta take it. However, black is sane enough to move it. We move some more. King, queen c2, knight f to h5, which is a free knight, which is not being taken once again. And we just simply go and try to win the game. However, here, white decides to sacrifice his queen once again. This is insane. I mean, how do you even program a bot to do these things? Like, how did they do this? Like, play like an engine and then all of a sudden, like, lose a piece. It's complete randomness. So okay, there's king h4, there's king e5, there's king g3, there's king e4, there's king h3, there's knight d8, there's king h4, there's knight e6, there's king h3, there's knight f8, there's king g2, there's knight e6, and then there's king h3, which is a draw by repetition. I mean, yeah, they say all perfect games end in a draw, right? So I mean, look at this extremely accurate game. I mean, they played with a 59 and a 60% accuracy, as a 200 rated and a 500 rated. So yeah, I mean, honestly, they did kind of play like a 200 or 300 rated player. So I mean, if you are around that rating and you're trying chess for the first time, this is actually a pretty, I mean, decent bot to try and learn chess with. I mean, learn, I wouldn't call it learn, but yeah. There are 16 inaccuracies from Martin. There's 15 from Bachelor number 1. There's 3 mistakes from both. There's 2 misses from Martin and 4 misses from Bachelor number 1. And there's 3 blunders from both. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, every perfect game ends with a draw. So that's exactly how I'm gonna end this video. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.